Welcome to the Green Ledger, Tips for a Sustainable Small Business, your guide to building a profitable and sustainable small business. This is a show where making money meets making a difference. I'm Anca, your host. In each episode, I explore how resilience fuels business growth and success by applying strategies and tools that big companies use, but making them super practical for your business. Today's topic may not be on your priority list, but it is a vital entry in your Green Ledger. Let's dive in. Hello, we made it to the end of the season. I'll be honest, this was harder than I thought. Creating episodes, sticking to a schedule, recording multiple takes, editing, choosing the best version, and still knowing it's far from perfect. But this season was never about perfection. It was never really about me. It was about you. Every small business owner I hoped I could help, even just a little, through the 9 topics we covered this season. And in that sense, I feel like I accomplished what I set out to do, to help small business owners build stronger, more resilient, more sustainable businesses. This season was about creating a comprehensive, practical, sustainable business strategy, one that actually works in real life, not just on paper. And as we close this chapter, I truly welcome your feedback and suggestions because they will directly shape how the next season, the future episodes, are structured. So today's episode is a little different because we're wrapping up the season. Over the past episodes, we've been on a journey together, one that started with preparing for disruptions and ended with learning how to track what truly matters in your business. And honestly, if I had told you at the beginning that in 9 episodes, you'd understand business continuity, risk management, cybersecurity, supplier scorecards, and be tracking your impact, you might have thought I was a little crazy. But here you are, and your business is different now. Not because it's bigger, but because it's stronger. Okay, so here's what we'll do today. I want to do 4 things. First, I look back at the journey we've taken together from episode 2 to episode 10, what I think of as the 9 building blocks of resilience. Second, we'll talk about what was likely changed in the way you think about your business. Third, we'll create a simple resilience roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months, so this momentum doesn't fade once the season ends. And at the end, I'll leave a few minutes for personal reflection. Okay, let's start by looking back. In episode 2, we began with business continuity planning. That episode was about stability and peace of mind, knowing that when something unexpected happens, your business can still operate. In episode 3, we moved into risk management, shifting from reacting to problems to identifying and addressing them before they turn into crisis. In episode 4, we zoomed out and talked about priorities. We explored how to decide what truly matters by looking at both sides of the equation, how external forces affect your business and how your business affects people, resources, and the community around it. Episode 5 focused on cybersecurity, protecting your digital systems, your data, and your customer trust. In episode 6, we turned our attention to suppliers and vendors, the partners you rely on to keep your business running, and how these relationships can either strengthen or weaken your resilience. Episode 7 was all about people, attracting the right talent, keeping them engaged, and understanding why your team is one of your most important resilience assets. In episode 8, we talked about community and customer relationships and how strong connections outside your business can help you weather tough times and grow stronger during good ones. In episode 9, we focused on resource waste, how energy, water, materials, and inefficient processes quietly drain profits if no one is paying attention. And finally, in episode 10, we brought everything together by talking about how to track your business impact, measuring what matters, connecting numbers to real outcomes, and using that information to make better decisions and build long-term resilience. This season was never about isolated topics. These topics are interconnected. Your business continuity plan includes your suppliers. Your risk management informs your priorities. Your people strategy connects to your community. It's all one resilient system. If you've been listening throughout the season, there's a good chance your mindset has shifted. Maybe you started this journey feeling like you were constantly putting out fires. Now you're thinking more about prevention and preparation. Maybe sustainability used to feel like an extra burden, and now it feels more like a practical way to protect margins, support your people, and reduce risk. You may also be realizing that these tools aren't just for large companies. When adapted thoughtfully, they often make even more sense for small businesses where every decision matters and every disruption hits harder. And perhaps more importantly, you may be feeling more focused. Less pressure to do everything, more clarity about what actually deserves your time and attention. The challenge now is keep this momentum going. Resilience isn't something you complete and move on from. It's not a one-time project or a document that sits in a folder. Resilience is a rhythm. It's built through consistent, intentional actions over time. This is why I want to help you think about the next 6 to 12 months as a simple roadmap broken in 4 phases. Phase 1 is about protecting what you already have. In the first few months, your focus is on stability, reviewing your business continuity plan, revisiting top risks, strengthening basic cybersecurity, and identifying any single points of failure. The goal isn't perfection, it's confidence. And then phase 2 is about strengthening your foundation. Once the basics are protected, you can focus on making your business less fragile, reassessing key suppliers, improving cross-training and documentation, or fixing one operational issue that keeps creating stress. Phase 3 is about optimization. This is where you start finding efficiency and hidden opportunities, reducing waste, improving processes, and making small changes that save money month after month. And then lastly, phase 4 is about growth and direction. Later in the year, you zoom out again, creating a simple one-page impact snapshot, sharing progress with your team or customers, strengthening one meaningful community relationship, and setting priorities for the year ahead. And if this feels like too much, remember this: one meaningful action per month over the course of a year is enough to create real change. Here's what I want you to do this week. Look back at your notes, if you have them, from this season. Which 2 or 3 episodes resonated most? Choose one action from each of these episodes to implement over the next 30 days. Mark your calendar and set quarterly reminders to review your progress. Before we close, I want to share something with you. I'm already working on a new season of this podcast. Season 2 will have a different structure, more focused, more interactive, and shaped directly by your feedback. I've been paying close attention to what resonated most this season, what felt most useful, and what you want to explore further. And speaking of feedback, I need your help. Season 2 is coming in first quarter of 2026, and I want to make sure it covers what matters most to you. So tell me, what challenges are you facing that we didn't cover in season 1? Which topics do you want to go deeper on, and what questions are keeping you up at night. Maybe you want more industry-specific episodes like sustainability for restaurants versus manufacturing or retail. Maybe you want deeper dives into tools like carbon footprint analysis or impact reporting. Maybe you're wondering how to market your sustainability efforts, grow without losing your values, or access green financing. I want to hear it all. You can email me directly, leave a comment wherever you're listening, or reply to one of my emails if you're on my list. Your feedback will literally shape what season 2 becomes. Now I want to leave some space for personal reflection. Having a podcast turned out to be harder than I expected. Discipline, life, work, family, all of it happened along the way and didn't always keep the pace I intended. That's something I want to get better at. I also learned that fully scripted episodes aren't always easy for me. In the next season, I may experiment more with speaking freely, maybe a mix of structured and unscripted conversation. What I do know is this: I am deeply grateful for each and every one of you. I know you're busy, you're wearing many hats at work, with your family, in your community, and you still made time to be here. I don't take this lightly. I'm humbled by your presence. Thank you for listening. Thank you for thinking deeply about your business. Thank you for taking steps, big or small, toward building something more resilient. You're not just building a business, you're building something that matters to you, to your team, to your community, and yes, to the planet. Small steps lead to big impact. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. And you are well on your way. I'll see you again in Q1 2026 for season 2. Until then, stay resilient, stay intentional, and keep building the business you're proud of. As we wrap up the year, I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a healthy and prosperous 2026. This is Anca, signing off from season 1 of the Green Ledger Tips for a Sustainable Small Business. See you next season. Thanks for listening to the Green Ledger Tips for a Sustainable Small Business. I'm Anca, and I hope you'll mark today's topic in your Green Ledger and let it inspire fresh ideas to make your business sustainable. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share the podcast with other small business owners who want to build a profitable and resilient business. I love growing this community of like-minded, forward-thinking, responsible small business owners. If you want to be notified when I post on my blog or create a free tool, please sign up to my blog. I'll share details in the show notes. Also, if you want to connect with me directly, I put my contact info in the show notes as well. I love to hear from you. That's it for today. Join me next time for more practical tips to help your business thrive. Until then, stay resilient, stay prepared.